rusted gate swings on a broken hinge, while the sky turns the color of a fading rose. I found your letter tucked inside a coffee tin. The ink is running where the ceiling leaks its dews. The dust is settling along the porch swing slats, and the garden hose is coiled like a sleeping snake. I can hear the heavy breathing of the storm rolling in across the surface of the lake. Your screen door rattles with a hollow sound, like a skeleton trying to find its way back home. The clouds are sagging with the weight of years above the fields where the wild horses roam. I remember how you used to braid your hair with the curtains drawn against the midday heat. Now the wallpaper is peeling back in strips, exposing secrets that we couldn't keep. Come sleep, and the clouds burst open like a dam of silver light, drowning out the shadows in the corners of the hall. Every drop is hitting like a hammer on the tin, until there is no distance left between us after all. The river is rising to reclaim the muddy banks, and the gravel road is washing out toward the sea. The rain is only searching for a place to rest its head, just like the ghost of who you used to be. The mailbox choked with flyers and with weed, and the radio is humming with the static glow. I watched the lightning split the oak tree down the lane, the one we carved our names in half a life ago. The smell of ozone and the dampness of the earth is the only honest thing I have felt in years. I'm standing in the kitchen with a broken glass, while the ceiling drips into my bitter beers. The porch light flickers, then it dies away, leaving me to wander through the darkened rooms. I can feel the floorboards bending underfoot among the skeletons of the hydrangeas in their blooms. You left your boots beside the cellar door, they filled with water and the silt of yesterday. I wonder if you're sleeping in a dry stone house, or if you're drifting where the currents play. The thunder is a wagon on a cobblestone street, dragging all our failures in a heavy iron chain. The wind is emerging, selling nothing but the cold, and the only currency he takes is the falling rain. And the clouds burst open like a dam of silver light, drowning out the shadows in the corners of the hall. Every drop is hitting like a hammer on tin, until there is no distance left between us after all. The river is rising to reclaim the muddy bank, and the gravel road is washing out toward the sea. The rain is only searching for a place to lift its head, just like the ghost of who you used to be.
The ceiling fan chases its tail in the heavy heat, while the dust settles on the marigold garlands. The sky is a bruised plum waiting to break open, and I am counting the crows on the copper wire. The smell of parched earth is screaming for a drop, just like the giant in the letter I never sent. The air is thick enough to swallow my breath whole before the first gray shadow swallows the sun. But when the clouds buckle under their own weight, and the corrugated roof begins its frantic drum, the street becomes a river of silver coins, washing the saffron stains from the temple stone. I sudden mercy of the deluge, looking for your face in the sheets of falling glass, while the lightning carves a map across the dark. Now the bullet cards are held deep in the rising clay, and the jasmine petals are plastered to the pavement. I remember how you used to catch the cold spray, laughing as the mango leaves bow to the gale. The monsoon creates a cathedral out of the rain, where every chair is drowned by the thunderclap. I'm tracing your name on the steamed up window pane, only to watch it weave down to the wooden sill. Burn the glove buckle under their own weight, and the corrugated roof begins its frantic drum. The street becomes a river of silver coins, washing the saffron stains from the temple stone. I am standing where the gutter meets the sea, drenched in the sudden mercy of the deluge, looking for a face in the sheets of falling glass, while the lightning comes a map across the dark. Corrugated roof begins its frantic drum. The street becomes a river of silver coins, washing saffron swamps from the temple stone. I am standing where the gutter meets the sea, drenched in the sudden mercy of the deluge, looking for your face in the sheets of falling glass, while the lightning carves a map across the dark. The clouds hang low like heavy velvet curtains, dripping gray ink upon the thirsty pavement. I watch the silver needle stitch the sky to the earth, while the wind hums a tune of ancient displacement. Each droplet finds its way down the cold glass pane, tracing paths that lead to nowhere in particular. The street lamps flicker like ghosts in a shallow pool, and the silence grows tall and perpendicular. But there is a spark dancing in the thick of the damp, a wandering lantern floating through the weeping willows, soft glows that defy the drowning weight of the air, resting their golden heads upon a mossy pillow. The embers of the meadow rise to meet the storm, burning with a pale flicker that refuses to fade. 1,000 tiny stars tangled in the wet grass, small beacons lighting up the heavy midnight shade. Shut against the tide, and the river swells with the secrets of the hill. But the light remains small and strangely brave, while the rest of the world stands frozen and still. The perfume of white cedar rises from the dark, mixing with the smoke from a dying winter hearth. Memory is a shadow Small beacons lighting up the heavy midnight shade.